on the Plenty Valley FM app.
Going worldwide.
I was speaking earlier about the Epping midfield doing a couple of nice run-with rolls in recent match of the day. Jared Tilley, who did the job on Gav Connolly in the Eltham game, has got Conlon Gunn in his 200th, and the rucks go out at the opening bounce, and one down there by Cruiser at ground level trying to pick it up was Matt Fowler there for Greensborough. Going in hard was Les Adams. He was wrapped up straight away at the bottom of the pack, and we'll have a stoppage right in the middle of the ground, secondary stoppage here at War Memorial Park. Greensborough versus Epping. Big game of footy here in the Northern Football League Division 1, and one out again of the ruck by Greensborough. Stead hit a man on the head, gave him a falcon, and the high kick was up in the air and it landed in the arms of Griffiths. He can run and get carried straight away, and he kicks it long towards the goal square. It might bounce through. Mick O'Neill on the last line defence just gets a finger on it, slides through for one behind to the right-hand side. First score of the day.
Who did Mick O'Neill go to there? Was it, is it Boyden? I'm just looking. It's yes, it is. So he's matched up on Boyden. Bringing the ball back in for the Pingers is the number 9, Brenton Keating. He's chipped it in there and found Matt Dornalf. We'll check on the Dornoff. His kick's actually been intercepted by Stead. That one didn't hit him on the head. Kicks across to the fat side of the pocket there, flying in Bongetti.
What a grab.
And that is a cracker of a grab there. He's lining up from about 40 out straight in front. A bit too easy there for...
I was going to say that. He was just able to get a clean run at the footy, and no one really blocked his run. He's an imposing figure. It's no surprise that he comes back into the side last weekend and they break that losing streak, is it? So a telling player in his side as Bongetti comes in, says injury concerns this year. That kick, well, the wind's got a hold of it, but I reckon it's just sneaked through. We're waiting on the umpire. I reckon he'll give it the all clear he has. And Greensborough has the first goal of the game. It certainly hooked late and just got through. So Tim Bongetti has the first goal of the game. It is Greensborough 1-1-7. Epping yet to score. And boys, Epping's pressure certainly hasn't been quite up to it just yet. They've just lacked a bit of urgency going attacking the footy. Turnover from Dornoff where Stead was able to take an uncontested mark and kicks inside, and Bongetti probably got that one a bit too easily.
That wind is blowing a gale down there, and they're still bringing the ball back here. And I think we actually saw that with Stead's mark on the Greensborough Plaza side wing. The ball actually sat up a fair bit. Just a quick match up here. Drew Wilson's got the job on Big Pistol Peter Shepherd there, the goal kicker for Epping. He's kicked about 31 this year, so
it's in good form of late as well.
He's been in great form the last 4 to 6 weeks.
Kogan and Cruiser in the ruck again. Here's Kogan, he wins it down there, but Cruiser wins it off the half volley. It bounced up for an Epping player in Kefalis off half back, but a free kick's been paid. It will go Luke LaRossi's way, and he's just defensive side of the right centre wing. And he's got his man marking him in. Lockie McCook. He decides to switch the play. He goes wide over to the outer side, and a good mark is taken there by Mitch Henwood. He's got time to assess what he wants to do. And he's about 70 metres out on the left half forward flank here. He goes with a long high ball into half forward, almost an opportunity there. I think it was Gardner at the bottom of the pack who maybe had the chance there to take the mark. Kogan working hard there, got a little handball out. Steed, he's got the footy now, slides one out to the wing, nice little ball, and he finds Rintoul marking there on the right wing in front of the coach's box.
So Rintoul here with the ball, assessing his options, chips back inboard. Good mark there, he's found Reece Lambert. Plays on, kicks down the line, looking in the... what a grab. I missed that number there. Is that
Bongetti again?
Bongetti again. Jeez, he wheels round on the left. Beautiful low kick there, looking for Kogan. Now, he's just a quick fact about him, boys. He is a wicket keeper. He's about a 6'4" wicket keeper, and that is massive. So, back to the footy here. It is Peter McMahon for Epping.
So McMahon now, he's stuck up on the boundary, looking to bring the ball inside. It's an up and under kick. It's just going to find a way to a teammate as Dornoff. You have to wait under that one a while. Probably some scary thoughts going through his mind as he waited under that one there. He switched the ball across the face of goal. Cameron Campbell attacks. He got a good shepherd there from Cameron Brown as well. Runs onto it, kicks wide, and finds a man on the outside there. It's Adam Rose. Rose, I think the first time we've probably called him at senior footy this year. Feign to go wide, cuts back inside now, so they're just prepared here to just hold on to the football, not give Greensborough the ball. Greensborough looking to be kicking with the wind at the moment, so Epping playing a possession game. They've done it well now. They've moved to just forward of wing. This is Kefalis now. Heard a voice, nearly gave a handball, opted not to. Kefalis again goes wide. The lead coming there from Gardner, is it? Back at the pack though, Mark Skilled at the back. That was by Robertson there in the number 28 jumper. Ryan did well though, mopped up, gave it to Hyde, and now they're away on the wide side of the ground. It's Alex Rintoul.
Rintoul running now, and he kicked a grubby little ball straight to Jared Tilley. It's going to bounce off him to Cameron Campbell. Chance here for Henwood at ground level. He's pursuing the footy. He's got Stead right after him. Great work by Griffiths running in through there, and he gets a handball out the back to McQuilkin. He goes with the left foot. Long, high ball up to the wing position. Bonjetti going again, and he almost takes the mark again. A lot of Epping players out the back. Got a few numbers, the Blues, and they switch through the middle of the ground, but it was a shocking kick. Shocking turnover to Cameron Jordan. He sells some candy again. Goes for another bounce, and the kick is shocking. Probably should have looked for a teammate. He decided to go for glory, and it's out of bounds in the left foot.
Had player of the day written all over it, but he just couldn't finish. Kyle Turnbull is the late inclusion for Daniel Moore, so a big blow there for Epping, losing their inspirational skipper, and that would have been some goal there by Jordan. We've seen him kick a couple of beauties throughout the year. He's having a good year, and he's played some good footy against Northcote Park in the 2 outings there, so wasn't to be there. Ball smashed away by Cruiser, only as far as McQuilkin, who was wrapped up straight away, and that tackle came from Cameron Campbell. Ball moving now. We'll have a ball up in the pocket. It's Greensborough at their attacking end, leading 1-1-7-0. Cruiser flew early, got it done really well. They thumped it 20 metres, but again, McQuilkin doing the sharking. Gave a handball out. Now a handball inside is going to sit up for a Rintoul. In fact, Grubb got there before him. Gave a handball off to Jordan now. Kick across the face of goal is a good one. And Reece Boyden, we had to wait, but Dornoff just couldn't get the sprawl there, and Boyden's going to have a crack at his first.
I think it's actually Tristan Stead who's taking
Stead, it is Stead, in fact. I'll stand corrected. And hasn't he had a good start to the game? This will be disposal number 4, and we've played just on 6 minutes.
Yeah, he got the first clearance of the game, Tristan Stead. He was falconed, but he's recovered well. He's got the set shot now. He's about 35 metres out, slight angle, slightly to the right-hand side of the forward 50. In he comes now, and he goes the right foot kick, puts plenty of air, and it swings back with the breeze. Beautiful kick there. Tristan Stead has had a great start to this game, and his first goal, Tristan Stead. Score now 2 goals, 1, 13. Epping yet to score.
Well, he learnt from the Bonjetti one, didn't he? He hit it really hard at that left goal post and let the wind do the work. Worked back from left to right, and a great start here for Tristan Stead. He's been the most prominent player on the field at the moment. Epping, Tom, it's almost the exact replica of that game against Eltham, where they just, early going, they just don't look to be part of the contest. That Eltham one, they've turned it around pretty quickly, but they need to do something in a hurry. They haven't got more to rely upon today, and they just seem to be lacking some urgency around the contest.
Well, they must stop McQuilkin, they must stop Grubb, and they must stop Steed. They're getting too much easy access to the footy, and those guys can deliver it very nicely when they've got a bit of space to move. And now off the back of the contest after the ruck hit out, going hard after it was Keating, and the whistle has gone. There's been a free kick paid. It's going to go to Ricky Mullins for, I think it was something off the ball to do with Josh Tatino. And Mullins now just defensive side of the centre. He's got a man calling for it deep. It's Bonjetti. He goes to him, and he almost takes the mark. He could have been given a free kick. He has been given the free kick by the umpire. He's a long way out, probably too far out to score, but he does have an opportunity to set something up for one of his teammates. He's a long way from home here, Bonjetti.
Almost don't recognise Mullins with that mullet coming at the back now. Had the hair shortened, and after all that, it looks like the free kick's going to be turned around, reversed, and it's going to be an Epping ball. It's in the hands now of Keating, who switches wide into the space there of a running man in the outside. That's Travis Keating. Has to wait for the footy now. He's going to be in trouble here. He hasn't made too much of an effort to get rid of it. The umpire gives him the benefit of the doubt, and the ball will be with his ball up right on the boundary line, some 80 metres out from Greensborough's goal.
Just seem like they're wasting their opportunities early, Epping. They're just not making the most of it when they had the ball, and perfect opportunity there. Tommy, where are we at, mate?
The ball is at ground level, just trickling out of bounds. We were just seeing there Travis and Brenton Keating doing a little bit of Joel and Patrick Bowden across the half-back flank.
Looking for each other. You're right there, aren't you? They had an opportunity there. They were streaming out of the back line there. Lee and they turned it over. They've won the ball here now. Shepherd's going to be the target under a big pack. Ball spoiled boundary side. That came from Griffiths. It's going to be kept in here for Epping's way. Kick into the space, and Shepherd had doubled back. It was a nice hit to space with Kafalis. Good work right there by Shepherd. Worked hard up to down to the target, and then worked equally hard to get back. Didn't really tough from here. He's deep in the pocket, probably some 40 metres out from goal. And the man setting the mark is Drew Wilson, but good bit of play there by Kafalis and Shepherd, and Shepherd now deserving his shot on goal.
Tough kick. Shepherd deep, hemmed in on the pocket. It's not bad. It's just gone to the left. One behind for Peter Shepherd, but it wasn't a bad effort. Almost got there.
He really kicked through it, didn't he? He really sunk the boot in, and the wind still got a hold of it. It's going to be hard to kick goals from outside of 30 today, I would have thought, as Hyde brings the ball in. That's an ugly-looking kick, and it's, well, if it's not out in the full, no one touched it regardless, and it ends up over the fence here, and Epping to now bring the ball back inside 50 again.
So about 65 metres out from goal. I think this is Gardner with his hands on the footy. Doesn't have too much moving inside for him. He's got Shepherd on the short lead. He decides to go that way, but he was smothered. Got it back though, and he swung it inside, but only as far as Matty Hyde, the man who put the ball out in the full. He'll get another chance here.
It's going to be a long day for Shepherd, isn't it? He's going to get delivery like that on top of his head against 4 all the time as that kick came out. And now Conlon Gunley couldn't quite take the ball in his 200th game. He's wrapped up now, and he's wrapped up in a tackle. That looked like it was McMahon who laid him up. It was. The umpire now throws it up quickly. Pack unable to converge. Kogan won it down, but only as far as Judd in his second senior game. Robertson marked it, but it was touched off the boot, so he had to kick it straight away. Epping now, who's charging this ball? The Rossi was under it, but a big tap went out wide, and Johnston's going to crush through. He did really well, Jack Johnston. Took on a would-be tackler, handballs out wide to Lindstrom. Lindstrom now assesses his option, goes in board, but there's it was men home, but now it's a 4-on-1 at ground level, and Epping have the numbers. They're running on the outside now. A chain of handballs ends up with the Rossi through the heart of War Memorial Park. Goes to Shepherd. It's a 3-on-1 again for Shepherd at ground level. He's going to be outnumbered, but the ball bounces his way. Shepherd dance around a couple now. This would be a great goal if he could kick it. Tommy wants to do it from 50, loads up. This would be a beauty, but he just can't finish it off at the end of the goal. He deserved one certainly there. Peter Shepherd refused to be beaten against 3 men. Got a kind bounce and got around a couple of tacklers. Would have been an absolute beauty, but goes a miss, and it is now 2-1-13 Greensborough, Epping 2 behinds.
Now ball kicked out from fullback, long ball out to the right half-back flank, off the back of the pack, trying to pick it up there was Judd, who was tackled straight away out of bounds. There'll be a throw-in.
He's about a free kick out of that, actually. I think Judd's going to get the footy from this one.
And much more hair than his namesake, who plays in a similar jumper. But Judd's got
ponytail there.
Yeah, he's got more hair than all of us put together, I think. He's actually gone back and found Peter McMahon there, just on the wing, who's got an interesting ball drop. He's kicked it down, and that's actually gone out on the full.
I'm glad you mentioned that. He does have an awkward ball drop, but on a day like today, you can't afford that high drop, can you, really? The wind's going to get a hold of it every time, and that one's ended up, well, they're fetching it from the trees at the moment, but he's going to have a long day with that high ball drop, I would have thought McMahon.
Conti at half-back. Goes with the right foot kick up to the wing position. Going up for the mark there was Kogan. He slid a little ball forward into the hands of Mullins, who goes with the right foot kick. He's shaved his head, and now he's shaving through the Epping defence, but nice work there by O'Neill. He gets it out there off the back of the contest and delivers the ball nicely to Rossi. He's got it defensive side of centre. Now he switches out to the fat side of the ground. He's got Shepherd. He was Drew Wilson. Good effort to get a finger in there just ahead of the Shepherd mark, and they were able to turn it over here, Greensborough. Steed there on the outer side. In pursuit with Cifarello, who's able to get it out of bounds.
It has been called.
2 hands in the back, that would have been. So just an interesting one there. Shepherd just looks monster. Wilson did well, just get a fingertip in, as you mentioned there, Tom. But if they can get it to him one out, you'd back Shepherd most times, wouldn't you?
So knock, Dawn offers, chip the ball out wide. He's looking for Shepherd on the lead. Wilson comes in front there, looks to play on, gives off the hands here, and the ball's coming out into the pocket in front of us here. Great mark back through the race there was the number 2, Adam Lindstrom. So assessing his options here. Kicks out towards the Greensborough bench there on the city side. Griffiths. Coming through there was Griffiths. Have a look at the handball there. Kogan dishes off there to Conti. Kicks long, looking in the Bonghetti direction. But an Epping player there picked it up. No, here's Bonghetti. The man's picked it up. Couldn't hit his teammates there on the chest. It's a bit of a rat race here.
He's quicker than Kafalis, Jordan. He's got there first. If he can get a little handball out to maybe a teammate. No, he's wrapped up. Good effort by Kafalis. Had an opportunity there. Borden was around the back of the pack.
Jeez, just missed him by a few inches there, didn't he, Bonghetti? Would have been a great centering pass. It wasn't to be in the end. An opportunity goes begging.
So ball at ground level once again. Another chance here for Greensborough. Snap around the corner from Grubb. It's not quite going to get there, just off to the left.
Can't allow Grubb that much space around the contest, can you? Because it's not often that he does actually miss those. It's a rarity, really, that he lets the opposition off the hook once he gets the footy in his hands. Final score, Greensborough's 2-2-14. Epping's 2 behinds. We have played 13 minutes here at War Memorial Park. You just feel that Epping's starting to get make its way into the game, don't you? They're getting a lot more of the footy. Luke Larossi's looking pretty good early on, but they certainly haven't been able to take any opportunities going forward. Just 2 behinds. The kick out goes down and hits the ground level. Bonghetti got a really big bump. He rode it well. Now to the bottom of the pack, got rid of it, but only as far as Brown is wrapped up in a big tackle by Steed. He just took too long, and Tristan Steed's having a day out early on here at War Memorial Park. Chipping over the top now to an lead, but getting back there was Keating to get in front of Josh Grubb and force the ball out of bounds. 50 out from goal. Around the grounds, West Preston Lakeside yet to score. Heidelberg 139. Lower is 117 to McLeod yet to score. And Eltham 1 straight 6, Bundura 0. all squared at Northcote Park, where it's a point apiece against Montmorency.
Third man up there was Dornoff, actually put his own teammate down in Cruiser. And the ball is going to be thrown up again, just about 5 metres from where it was thrown in.
Seen that a lot of times this year, Luke Rossi getting to the bottom of the pack and then swarmed on by 3 or 4 opposition players. Once again, on that occasion, the ball out of the ruck contest. Kefalis going hard. It might have been Keating at the bottom of the pack, Travis Keating.
Got a high one.
There is a free kick, and it's going to go to that man in Rossi, who I mentioned before. And he gives a handball off to a teammate. Now they're running out of the back half. Shane Wood's got to be careful here. Must have clean hands. But they're going to get out of it. Nice long kick down the line, trying to find O'Neill, and he takes the mark on the second grab, gives a handball off. He's got Tilly through the middle of the ground. He gets a little handball off, tried to get it to Adams, couldn't quite. Cameron Campbell crashing through as well. There's Adams once more. And he's been brought down in a high tackle. He's going to get yet another opportunity here, Les Adams. Just the defensive side of the centre on the right wing.
They just weren't clean there. Cruiser had made the long break forward. They had been able to get some clean movement. As Shepherd got rid of an opponent, but at the back hide now. They've had to be able to get it in quickly. Cruiser run to the goal square, but now they're going to get hurt the other way. Steed, he's got a paddock to run into now, Steed. Talent's kick going there by Mullins. Now chipped inside. Wasn't the best kick though. At a ground level after the spoiler, Rossi picks up spearing passes. Good one to Henwood. Could have got it back. Opted not to. Now Shepherd wants the ball. He's in a ton of space. He should be found. Shepherd on the lead for the mark. And he gets it there. Wilson just imploring his teammates to give a chop at. Just back on Cruiser. He's working hard forward. And it's Reece Boyden who's doing the backup ruck work at the moment. It's being forced back. So going to make him do a fair bit of running, you would have thought. Shepherd, he probably deserves the goal. He's working really hard as he comes in now.
Shepherd from about 38 metres. He goes with the right foot and he's put it to the left again. 0-3 for Pete Shepherd so far. 3 behinds is that score for Epping. Trailing Greensborough 2-2-14.
Similar start to the Friar Tuck in Hale last night.
Yeah,
he kicked Hawthorn's first 3 points and just couldn't kick a goal. He was missing. So Greensborough bringing the ball back in now, and it's Reece Lambert. Moves it on quickly, hits up a teammate, and it doesn't hit him on the chest. That was Boyden, couldn't get his hands on it. O'Neill drills it back in, just to no one in particular. A bunch of Greensborough players coming through here. There was a little chip kick over the top there from little Cam Jordan. He's found his teammate in the Dane Robertson there. That was a number change. My apologies there. There's a keg on legs. Couldn't get his hands on it. Players being dragged off the ball. The little soccer there from Rintoul and West Preston. No, it's a handball intercepted there by Greensborough. They've released Lockie McQuilkin here. Slams it on the left. Is he allowed for the wind enough? It is going through for a behind. He just couldn't get his foot on that.
Again, they've been let off a couple of times to hook their Epping because they've allowed the good ball users, the McQuilkins and the Grubs, to find space on the outside, and you'd probably back them both to finish a bit better than what they have. Minor score there. It's 2-3-15 Greensborough. Epping's 3 behinds, and that quick chain of play is going to end up with an out of bounds on the full kick. So Greensborough now to bring the ball back inside about 70 out from goal. Chipping ball inside. Bonjetti's found space and they find him all too easily. He's able to just nonchalantly almost the ball just hit him on the chest. It was that easy for Bonjetti. He is a thumping kick of the football, and Mario Bandera won't be happy with the ease in which he was able to be spotted up there.
Very easy little ball into Bonjetti that was, as Sam just mentioned, and in he comes now. He's a long, long way out. The wind might help him out a little bit. He's got a fair bit of purchase on it. It's going close to the goal line, and it's just going to fade to the left once more. 1 behind for Bonjetti, 1-1 for the day for him.
Greensborough are just wasting opportunities here. I think they're absolutely dominating this game, and they can't hit the scoreboard. And when the Pingers are getting a chance, they've hit up Shepherd, and Shepherd's just having an unlucky day. Those 3 goals, and they're up by 5 points.
So it's a case of letting the opposition off the hook, and will Greensborough Epping be able to make them pay? As the long kick out now, looking in the Cruise direction, but again at the back, taking an uncontested mark is Steed. He's having it for the upteenth time already. Steed centering kick across the face of goal, spots up a teammate. Lindstrom is marked. Probably only gone forward about 10 metres, but switched at a good 40, and he's kicking out to a lead. It's not going to quite hit a target there. Keating tapped it away, but he tripped over his own feet. McQuilkin kept it in now, hemmed up on the boundary. He's a left footer, it favours him. Kick goes right to the line. I reckon it's going to be downfield after that. It is. It would have ended up out the full ill discipline there, as McQuilkin won the free kick down the field. And it's going to be Reece Boyden now, outside of the boundary line, but he is a right footer. He can run around here and have a snap on goal, and this would be Greensborough's third if he could put it through.
No, go for it, Tommy. You talk us through.
Would have to be a miraculous effort. He goes with the right foot around the corner, and he's just pushed it to the right there. 1 behind.
So it's Greensborough 2-5-17. Epping 3 behinds. Ran the grounds. Diamond Creek 4-1-25 to South Moraine yet to score. North Heidelberg 4-1-25 to Laylaw 1. Fitzroy Stars 2-3-15 to Hurst Bridges 1. And Middlesex 2-3-15 to Mernda 2 straight goals. As we just wait for the ball to be retrieved, it goes down the back of the hill. So we go to Division 3 where Panton Hill is 4 behinds. Reservoir yet to score. Thomastown 1-1-7 trailing. Heidelberg West 2-1-13 and Parkside is 1 straight 6 trailing St Mary's 3-0-18. So Tommy,
there you go, Tommy.
That's the result
that could
you're
be
probably
your game
looking
you're
for.
getting out.
As the ball now brought back into play with a chip kick. It's being played on that Grimshaw Street side of the ground. As marking over the top from the chip kick there is Brenton Keating. They've just been stuck here. This is the kick they can't quite hit up. They get it to about 40 out from goal and they just can't hit up a target near the wing. Again, kicking long in hope more than anything. Who's presenting there? Big crack came, big fly came from behind was Griffiths, but it's slipped at the back now. Long kick into the forward 50 to Shane Wood, who marked one out. Wood did really well there, dragged Robertson to a one-out situation. We've seen him used down back a lot, but without Sean Bolger, he's been thrown forward. And Shane Wood, the kick really was to advantage, wasn't it? He wanted it on the fat side, was able to work Robertson under it, and then able to take the simple chest mark once he's disposed of him.
Rolling the dice with Shane Wood in the forward half, and can he repay the faith with this kick?
He's got it.
Lovely ball there from Shane Wood. He puts through the first goal for Epping for the day. They are 1-3-9, trailing Greensborough 2-5-17.
Well, you mentioned that, Lee, that Greensborough had wasted so many opportunities, and now Epping get a chance down the other end after 3 straight behinds from Greensborough, and they make them pay for it. So it's just an 8-point ball game, and we saw this earlier in the year against Heidelberg where Greensborough wasted chances and led just by 5 points at quarter time when they should have been 3 or 4 goals up. So they've wasted some chances. As Josh Tino now at ground level won a handball, but it's into the congestion now. They're still going to come away with it. If they can get a handball on the outside, they can pick a Farless, who gives it off by hand again. And now they're just going to squeeze a kick out. They can get it on the outside. Who's going to fly? It's going to be a big Shepherd. Played on straight away. Kick's going to end up out of bounds on the full. Probably wasn't the best idea. Might have just back in for a behind us.
I think it was a mark.
Was that Wilson there? He might have hurt himself. He's run straight into the pole there. That was an unfortunate situation there.
No, it's not Hyde. Hyde's walking away, but whoever it is not getting up and not moving.
Went right. It looks to be slid and slipped into the stairs. It almost looked like here behind the goals there. So
he has not moved at all.
So it was an unfortunate situation. The ball was very near those stairs on the the Grim Street street side of the ground. The stretch has already been called for, and it was an unfortunate situation. There was no Epping player inside. He was just committed to the footy, and unfortunately, in that commitment for the ball, he's just hit his head on the was it the pole on the outside, or maybe the stair on the outside.
I think it might have been pole.
So it was really an unfortunate one, but it was a great mark by Shepherd all the same. We might, while we hope that Brent's, well, it looks like they're running the stretcher out to him. The two sides are breaking into a huddle here. We might actually go around the grounds, and we start in the top flight where Montmorency leads Northcote Park 2-2-14 to 1-1-7 Northcote Park. The big upset's coming at Eltham Central.
Wow.
It is Eltham 4-4-28 to Bundoora 0. Big start there for Eltham. West Preston Lakeside is 2 straight 12 to Heidelberg 2-4-16. Lowell Plenty 2-1-13 to McLeod 2-2-14. And here in the NFL match of the day, it is Greensborough 2-5-17 to Epping 1-3-9. As it looks like he's actually, it looks like he might be running to the bench here. That's a great sign. It is. He's running off the field, so that's great to see that he's up on his 2 feet and running off the ground. In fact, it was Reece Lambert after that, so we apologise for that. We said it was Ryan. It was Reece Lambert, so it's good to see him back on his feet. We might wait for the kick out here before going around the ground to Division 2. The play's about to start again, so we'll come back to Division 2 scores in a moment as Drew Wilson now prepares to bring the ball back into play as time is called back on.
So Wilson at full-back, left-back pocket, decides to switch it out to the outer side. Goes with a long right foot kick, 2-on-2, and he's got a couple of players out the back. One of them is Pritchard. He's going to get it back here, Pritchard, after he handballed it to the ruckman. He should have a handball to a stagnant ruckman. Now a chance here for Epping. High ball inside 50, Wood. Almost a chance for a mark, but good effort there by Hyde off the back of the contest. Gave a little handball. Now Matty Fowler running through, and he gets it over the the stagnant ruckman again. Kogan, another turnover from he, and a chance here for Epping once again. A lot of players at the bottom of that pack. Civarella, and it was, I think, Judd at the bottom of that pack there for Epping, being swamped on by a few Greensborough midfielders, and we'll have a restart.
A lot of hair between Fatino and Judd, isn't there? It would have been great to see Mullins with his mullet out there too.
Epping now on the attack. Looks like it's coming out to Kefalis. He's been wrapped up well there by the man we're speaking of, Ricky Mullins. Tommy, you just mentioned Corey Cogan. He has been very flat-footed and a bit slow for the ruckman there, and nearly caused 2 crucial turnovers.
And now out of the middle, Kogan won that one down, but only as far as Adams, who's in pursuit. He overran it though. Going hard was Totino, and now at ground level McQuilkin, but Bursty away from the contest. Nice work by the Epping player of halfback. There's Kefalis working nicely, and Cameron Brown's going to get it here. Campbell gets it first. He's going to need help from Brown and Civarella. But nice work there by Cameron Jordan. Really good pressure to turn the ball back over in Greensborough's favour. And then on the outer side, Lindstrom just coughed it up, gave it to Wood. Chance here inside is Shepherd. He can turn his man inside out and go for a pick at the goal.
Give him a
Gets it back to Wood. Wood goes inside. Almost found his teammate, but he couldn't quite. And now running away. Nice work there by McQuilkin. Gets it out deep into the forward line here for Greensborough. McMahon working nicely off the back. He's got Cameron Brown on the left wing. He can move it out to him. He's got plenty of space here, Cameron Brown. That was a real opportunity for Greensborough. Need to lower the eyes a little bit
great
there.
stuff.
Fantastic effort there by Pritchard. And he gets it inside. Beautiful chiseling little ball upon Jetty, who can wheel around and go. He's played on. He has to use it now. He goes with a left foot kick. It wasn't the right option. Mullins and Fowler both in pursuit of it, but a little dinky die kick out of the air favours one of his Epping teammates. A chance here for Wood at ground level. Here's Jordan. Jordan's able to swing around in the middle. McQuilkin got it on the half volley. The umpire paid the mark. He's able to go back and switch it wide to Pritchard. Pritchard's been involved heaps in the last couple of minutes. Goes with a long kick to the top of the goal square. Nice effort there at the back by Cruiser, and he belts it out of bounds. Throw in.
Enjoy a much-deserved break there, Tom. A lot of turnovers in that bit of play. And you look at the Bonjetti one, he turned onto his left, played on straight away, couldn't go back to his right, nearly run down from behind. So a few uncharacteristic mistakes made amongst it as well. As the ball's thrown in at ground level, it's going to be hard to get a quick kick out of that. It does come out there from Tar, and in the end the ball was dropped on the goal line there by O'Neill, but he did get a hand on it, most importantly, to ensure it was a minor score. It's Greensborough 2-6-18. Greensborough 2-6-18, Epping 1-3-9. So you go quick kick out now, goes short, and the Borough again, they're just sticking to that Grimshaw Street wing. The handball there from Dornoff hit the man on the mark. You get the soccer at 30 metres off the ground. They're hoping for the boundary, but Lindstrom keeps it in. He just throws it onto the left foot, the non-preferred 2-on-1 situation. At the back there, waiting on the outside was Rintoul. Not going to get there. O'Neill got one high, and he wins the free kick for the Epping Football Club.
O'Neill on the last line of defence, gives off a handball to a teammate. It bounced up for him. He's going to have to get rid of it quickly, the boy. I think it is Keating off the half-back flank, and he goes the right foot up to Shepherd at ground level. There's Les Adams going in hard. Greensborough players appealing for holding the ball, but the umpire says it was held to him. It's going to be a bounce.
It's not pretty, is it, Lee? But it's exciting at the same time. A lot of mistakes by foot and by hand, but the intensity certainly lifted in the last 10 minutes.
This is it's a great game to watch. I'm loving Epping's attack and pressure on the ball.
It is high-stakes footy as Epping.
They're out here.
They get another chance. They're running out of defence. Nice work there. I think that's Campbell with the footy. Go the handball off to Adams. Adams can release a teammate in Wood. He needs to get there before it pitches out of bounds, but he can't. And it rolls out for a throw-in.
If they had a set up, he would have extended the ball, and Civarella and Kefalis had probably 10 metres on their men as well at the back of Shepherd there. So it was just unfortunate they weren't able to hit up the target. It's probably been the case of both teams' quarters so far as the throwing goes. Got one beautifully at the back. But as he did so, you would have heard in the background the siren sounded, and wasn't a pretty quarter of football. It was entertaining all the same, and at quarter time, it is the Greensborough Football Club leading 2-6-18 to Epping 1.
He's giving them basically a licence to shoot from 70 metres out, make their decision, goal or hit up a target.
Ball back in the middle. Kogan won it down. Rintoul, hands and knees, going in hard there for that ball is Adams. Still at the bottom of the pack. Colin Gunn goes in. It's going to come out eventually. I thought the umpire was going to blow the whistle and hold it up. Comes out to half forward. 2-on-1. Jordan was... O'Neill just read it better than Jordan there, and he was able to slide it across to Kefalis at half-back. Kefalis now able to give a handball off to Stavely. Stavely into the middle. Epping moving the ball nicely here. Les Adams, he's been involved in 2 or 3 bits of this play. But the kick there was not what was required. A fantastic mark by Reece Lambert, who came off in the first quarter with that injury. Great recovery. And now he slides it out to the wing and finds the 200-gamer Conlon Gunn.
So, as the Greensborough fans said, 195 of those 200 games. Here's Warner Tag. Greensborough now on the attack, have the ball just outside the 50. kick it there, looking for Boyden. Bonjetti flying over the top there was Dornoff. He couldn't get his hands on it.
Lindstrom!
Yeah, here it is. Lindstrom has it. No.
Oh, it was Johnston.
Sorry, Johnston. Lindstrom. There's too many. It is. That was some very, very exciting football there. And once again, we see Greensborough just couldn't kick it through the big ones.
So, Trav Keating at fullback. Sorry, Brenton Keating at fullback. My apologies. Long kick up the middle of the ground, trying to find a teammate, maybe a big ruckman in Cruiser, going after the ground level. Was that man in Cruiser? He was wrapped up by 3 or 4 Greensborough players. Laid a good smother there, Cruiser, after Steve tried to get the kick away. And then a good tackle. Great second and third efforts there by Cruiser. And then a kick from Kogan high on the forward line. Almost a chance for Bonjetti. At the drop of the ball was McMahon. Swinging kick out of the around the corner there from, I think it was Rintoul. Tried to get it to Boyden. At ground level, here's Cameron Jordan. Picked it up after the Cameron Brown fumble. And then a player wrapped up in there was McMahon. Lovely tackle there by Reece Boyden. We'll get a stoppage about 20 metres out here from the Greensborough goals.
Obviously, an opportunity for Greensborough going into that win to peg a goal early on. They missed an opportunity early there as the ball now extracted, or that's a man trying to run through 2 tackles. Crowd, well, they screamed for ball, none giving. And couldn't quite see the play at the bottom of the pack trying to bust through. After that, it actually was Peter McMahon who rode 2 big tackles there. As the umpire throws it up on Jetty against Cruiser. Cruiser with his experience wins it down. Adams couldn't quite shark it, but it's taken now by McMahon to Kefalas. Sidesteps inside Kefalas. She did that really well in a dangerous situation. Kicked it out wide to the wing. One-on-one contest. Ball hits the deck. Greensborough numbers, but Adams was pushing on again. Nearly won that ball. Henwood went in hard. Now Kefalas, who's worked up the ground and tackled into it. Right in the heart of War Memorial Park. Scoreboard reads Greensborough 2-7-19, Epping 1-3-9.
Must take some of these opportunities, the Borough. They did not in the first quarter. They could have built a handy lead, but they didn't. The whistle has gone for a free kick. It's going to go Epping's way.
Borough's way.
Borough's way, actually. It's going to go to Gunn, and Gunn gives it off. Big handball, and then a long kick into the forward line. Almost a mark there to McMahon off the back of the pack. Rossi does really nice weaving through traffic, and he slides the ball up to between the centre and centre half back. On hands and knees is Killy. There's going to be a free kick against Henwood. And now a long ball for Greensborough again. They're penetrating the forward half here. Greensborough. Bonjetti at ground level. He might have given away a high one here. He has. It's going to be a free kick to Epping right in the back pocket. It's going to go to Josh Stavely.
Bit of a poor entry there from Greensborough. They had Alex Rintoul leading right up. He would have had a shot from about 40 out directly in front. So just a bit of a poor decision making there as Epping have got the ball right in front of their interchange bench on the Grimshaw Street side. It is Dornoff kicking the ball long to centre half forward. Shepherd was the target. Coming through for Greensborough was Kogan. Handball out there wide was to Hyde, and he's kicked in board there. Couldn't find his teammate in Fowler. Mopping up for Epping there was Campbell, and he's driven it in the Shepherd direction. He is my favourite today, that beard. He's got a bit of a turning circle like the Queen Mary, looking for Wood. Couldn't get his hands on it there. Mopping up again was Hyde for Greensborough, and the ball just trails out of bounds, and it's going to be thrown up. We've been travelling
forward. You get the Shepherd one out, you back him every time. I reckon you get it to Bonjetti one out, and you back him every time as well. The big forwards are certainly taking their grabs today. There's the ball now thrown in. Just grabbed out of the ruck there by Shepherd. Only went as far as Wilson, who just threw it on the boot and kicked it as far as he could at the back there. Cruiser didn't really fly at the back, but if you take the mark in front after a couple of juggled attempts, it was it Stavely might have taken that mark. Switches the ball. It's a beautiful kick out wide to LaRossi. He's worked hard. LaRossi now. The man just ran straight through the mark there. It was Jordan. He went to centre the ball there, LaRossi, and Jordan just ran straight between he and the man on the mark. And this will take LaRossi to really point-blank range, and this will surely be Epping's second. And gee, after the first 10 minutes, they looked in big trouble. It's almost a replica of that Alton game, isn't it, Tom? They've worked their way back in, and LaRossi now, from 15 metres out, slight angle, should kick their second and make this just a 4-point ball game.
I think Jordan gave him a yep, give it off, and tried to suck him into the handball, and it backfired.
LaRossi, right foot swinging, and it's going to miss. Miss to the right, Luke LaRossi, his first score of the day, one behind, a crucial miss.
It was a similar situation to where Steed kicked from, but Steed really went hard at that left goalpost, where LaRossi went for the middle of the between the sticks, didn't, and it worked hard right late, and they tried to sucker the umpire into there. They got the big huddle there to celebrate the goal, but none giving. -4, and it is Epping 1-4-10, Greensborough 2-7-19. It's fair to say both sides have had their opportunities, and it is a tough day to kick goals. Give them credit there because the wind is blowing a gale, but some shots we've seen now missed within 20 metres of goal.
Bringing the ball back in there was Greensborough, looking for Dane Robertson. Mark intercepted there by Luke LaRossi. He's having he's a magnet today. Leather poisoning. Kicks out to the fat side in the Cruiser and Wood direction, but a great mark over the top there by Johnny Pritchard.
It's a free, actually.
It is.
It's going to go to Gardner.
Big Paddy Gardner. This would be the first time I think he may have touched it today that I've seen. I'll stand to be corrected though, but a good opportunity here to put Epping only 3 points behind, Tommy.
Was that the chop of the arms? I think it
didn't
was.
quite see it. I think it was comprehensively marked by Pritchard. That Miles, and that kick is much better by Pritchard, by Gardner in fact, rather. And exactly right, you called that off the boot straight away. He went hard at that left and got it straight away was the call, because it was always going to straighten from there. He learnt from LaRossi's miss earlier on, and it is now just a 3-point ball game. Greensborough's 2-7-19, Epping's 2-4-16, and this breeze is certainly favouring the Epping's end of the ground here. So they are well and truly in this contest, trailing by just 3 points.
Most certainly. Tight game of footy here, as we've spoken about the ramifications for a win or a loss for both of these sides today. Massive game of footy here right at the bottom of the Division 1 table, but as important as any of the games going on this afternoon. And we're bringing you live and exclusive coverage here on 88.6 Plenty Valley FM, the NFL's #1 call team. And it's Greensborough.
Sorry, Jordan.
Yeah, sorry, Jordan. Greensborough 2-7-19. Epping 2-4-16, and we're back in the middle, back to the serious stuff, and the Rucks go at it. Kogan wins that one down, only as far as Tino at ground level. We're barging through his gun in his 200s, the keg. He tried to get it up to half forward, and Grubb was there, but nice work there by Stavely off the back to get it in the direction of Kafalas. But again, Greensborough got the ball back. Good work by Rintoul, and then they got inside to Johnston, who's taken the mark. He plays on straight away on the left foot, tries to squeeze it into Bonjetti. He's going to have to be good here. Not much room to move. Got a handball out to Johnston. He tries to get it back to Bonjetti. Good work, Cameron Brown. Oh, but the kick was no good. Kick was terrible to Steed. Plenty of time and space. Runs into 40. Right foot kick. It has faded again.
It was
to the left. One behind Tristan Steed. He's been probably best on ground so far, but he's first behind of the day.
Bonjetti, it was too forward thinking there for Jack Johnson. He just read the play better than Johnson did. He gave the no-look handball. It was a beautiful pass by Bonjetti, but Johnson just wasn't up for it there as Bonjetti charges down the man on the mark. Great effort there on Keating, but it forces a turnover. Playing on straight away after marking there. That was Rintoul. Turned it over straight to Shepherd, who in turn takes too long, and that's a great second effort there by Rintoul. Made the mistake after taking the mark. In fact, it was Mullins, so who gives off now to the man in Griffiths to Bonjetti. Bonjetti marks in the front, and you just need to get it in quickly to him because he looks right on his game today, Tim Bonjetti. It's a great tackle by Ricky Mullins, and you see the teammates getting around him. Jordan's run 40 metres to give him a tap on the head, and Bonjetti, well, he deserves the second goal because he is having a really good game up forward. How is it the chase down of the man on the mark there? He's just hungry for the footy, and he deserves a goal after forcing the initial turnover.
Put it back to 10 points. He goes to the left foot, stabs it low and straight, and that's a goal for Timmy Bonjetti. He gets his second of the day, and as I said, the lead back out to 10 points. 3 goals, 8-26, and Epping 2-4-16.
Gee, I like to look at the tall forwards down there. Shepherd probably took too long. He intercepted that handball, and he tried to dance through a few tackles, and he was caught by Ricky Mullins, dropped the footy, but you like the look of Shepherd and Bonjetti today. They both look like they're on their game, but Bonjetti's the one who's been able to hit the scoreboard. His 2 goals are the difference at the moment. The Borough lead by 10 points.
Very surprised to see Big Shepherd coming that far up the ground for Epping, and unfortunately it backfired for them. But it is a very low-scoring game here. We've travelled just under 10 minutes here in this second quarter as Cruiser and Kogan at it again. So Tony was trying to run through, but forgot to take the ball with him, and getting wrapped up again there was LaRossi. He's taken out the wheel grip today and got a bit of leather poisoning. Umpire throws it back up. Cruiser gives first use there off to Dornoff. He's disposed of. Coming through there was another incorrect disposal there from a Greensborough player. Epping tried to urge the ball forward here. Coming through, there's LaRossi again. Gives a little handball out there to Les Adams, probably the best name out there on the field today. And mopping up there for Greensborough, Matthew Hyde. Bit of a smother back over the boundary line, but Epping well within scoring range here as Greensborough lead at War Memorial Park by 10 points. Sammy Zito.
Certainly showing that you can still kick goals into the breeze as well. We've seen so far against the breeze, we've seen just 2 goals against it, but only 3 goals with it. So certainly able to score at both ends of the ground if you are good enough as the umpire throws it up, goes into that dangerous spot, doesn't it? Shepherd Well, he won it down to almost to himself now. Greensborough have numbers at ground level. Ball socket off the ground there by Robertson, wins about 10 metres. And we'll have another throw-in, still inside that attacking 50 for the Borough, around the ground, for the Blues rather, around the grounds. Northcote Park's pegged on back. They trail 16-28 against Mont. Eltham 48-10 up against Bundoora. West Preston down 18-28 against Heidelberg. And Lowell Plenty trails McLeod 28-15.
Kogan gets up, wins it down to one of his teammates, but Shepherd was able to grab the bobbling ball, and the whistle has gone.
Free
it's
kick.
Going to be a free kick, and I think it's going to be 50 as well.
Ball was just dropped on the ground afterwards.
And he blew his whistle again there, so I'm not sure if this is going to be another one. There was a second whistle going. We'll soon see.
I reckon you're right. It is going to be 100 metres. Good call there, Lee Molden.
So this is
Terrible error.
that is very unfortunate for the Pingers here, because Greensborough, they're going to have an opportunity to score. Here comes a hand. Oh,
He
Tommy,
goes
tell
bang.
us about it.
He goes bang! Beautiful kick from Rintoul! Oh no! I thought it was a beautiful kick from Rintoul. He's actually put it to the left there. Oh, very high ball. The umpire has called it one behind, so we're going to get a kick in from full back. It was a smart play. There was no one manning Rintoul. Ricky Mullins gave the hands off, but just couldn't get it straight.
Here's Shepherd again and Wood, so they're two forwards, unless, my apologies, Cruiser is resting up forward there, but Epping just can't get a target out. Here's the man we speak of, Wood. Weaves through, puts it on the left, looking there, he's just hit up Kogan, so great spotting there by the Greensborough ruckman. Moves it across to the far side there, not a good kick, but he's got Pritchard, chips it over the top, and here come Greensborough down the wing, look who's on, that is Rintoul, the man we heard of before. Some shoulder strapping on him, plays on straight away, he's looking there for Bongetti. Oh, O'Neill for West Preston, he's playing at Epping, couldn't mark it. Mullins gets the hands over, Jack Johnston kicks in.
Oh, nice.
That is Joshy Grubb. That's a great mark there, just got in front of his opponent and now well within scoring range.
Again, it's all just about meterage for Greensborough. Just get the ball in the boot, get it forward, and in the end, it was a fortune to kick the space, and Grubb, again, just got into a dangerous spot. Doesn't miss too many, Grubb, and that is the commentator's Moz, but he's put that well out to the left, so it's a minor score for Josh Grubb. I think he's got 3 behinds for the day now, and it's 3 goals, 10 Greensborough. Epping is 2-4-16, and they could have been blown out of the park early on in the second quarter. Again, Greensborough just unable to kick it through the big 6. 1-4 for the turn to 1-1. As the ball now just goes long to that wing in hope that, gee, they missed Daniel Moore today, don't they, for that marking around the ground. Advantage played, and Epping runs away through Adams, wrapped up in a half tackle. Handballed it on, the ball's really close to that boundary line. Now it is over. Tom Flanagan.
With Moore and Bolger out, that's 10 contested marks that you lose for the day. It's a big out.
And a couple of goals, you'd think, as well.
Yep. So ball to be thrown back in by the umpire, and it went over the top of the 2 ruckmen to McCrook, and he was tackled down straight away. Ball trying to be fed out the back here for Greensborough. Nice work there by Conti. Got it over to Lindstrom. He was dispossessed. Very good tackle there from Keating, and then an up and under kick there from Tilly after he picked it up off the ground. Doesn't favour any of his teammates in particular. High ball punched away there by Griffiths. Out of bounds again.
The umpire now preparing to throw it in. Ball staying within the fence there, which is fortunate. Throw it in. Boyden got a really big tap from behind, but at ground level, Henwood, it slipped through his hands. Tries to stand up in the tackle, just stripped from him there, and we'll have another stoppage around the grounds. Diamond Creek in Division 2, 34 to South Rank 6. North Heidelberg 56 to Laylaws 10. Fitzroy Stars 47 to Hurstbridge 13. And a close one at the showgrounds, Whittlesea 56 to Mernda 19, as it's going to be a free kick Epping's way here, and it's in the hands of the ever-industrious Luke LaRossi. Goes out to the man on the lead, just didn't get a kind bounce there, guard, and now at the front of the pack, Jack Johnson mops up, gave a handball backwards, but they're working forward, they're looking for Tar. Brown got inside, nearly tunnelled out of that situation there. Handball forward, the Borough have numbers, and they're going to run it forward. Left foot kick going towards Bongetti, won't quite get there, and Wood really couldn't juggle a one-handed mark. Bongetti was just ruthless in his tackle there, and he's a free kick against him for a sling, and Shane Wood wins the free kick at half-back.
Very fortunate there that it went Epping's way, because I think it possibly could have gone towards Greensborough. There's Bongetti, he's just ruthless, trying to smother the ball there. Poor kick there by Wood, and LaRossi was tackled there. No free kick given. Ball was the call we heard, but umpire says, give it to me, I'll throw it up. Just ticked over 15 and a half minutes here. It's a 2-goal margin to the Greensborough Football Club. Coming over the top there was Jack Johnston. for Epping now, who's got the ball. It's Cam Campbell. And
Dornoff, big hit.
it was their Dornoff. Epping have just been fighting this ball forward. They've moved it about 50 metres without even a clean possession. There's a keg on legs, and he's just hit up Peter McMahon for Epping. Gone out wide there. They could be on. This could be Stavely.
Adams.
It is. No, it's Les Adams. My apologies there, Tommy. What's Les going to do?
Switch on if you wanted. He decided to go down the line. It was a really poor kick, wasn't it, there? And it's going to be turned over, and it's going to be McQuilkin who goes wide. That's a kick centimetre perfect, wasn't it, to a teammate? The Borough on here, I think on the outside is Stead if he can find. He's going to have to run back with the fly. He goes back, but getting across was O'Neill. And just worked it there. I think probably
golden fist
mistake made there probably by Matty Fowler to lead into that space, because Stead had that flank to himself, and by leading that direction, Fowler actually brought O'Neill to the contest and allowed him to spoil out of bounds. Scoreboard reads here: Greensborough 3-10-28. Epping is 2-4-16. Tom Flanagan.
Ruck's going at it once more. Off the back, it's Kogan. He had a second touch at it. Ball now at ground level. Here's Tino. Got a little handball out to Campbell. Campbell gave it over to Judd. Now they're moving through the middle with the handball. Nice work by Judd. Got it over to Brown, but a brilliant tackle. Should be a turnover. Oh no, it's been played a Epping free kick, so they run away with it. Here is Dornoff. Don't know about that one. Got it back to Keating, and Keating was able to slide a little ball out to
Trav Keating.
Trav Keating, who's on the other back flank. He goes with a right foot kick into the corridor, and he finds his man into Tino. Ended up being a good kick, and he switches further wide, and he finds LaRossi. Good kick by Tino, sets LaRossi free. He's got plenty of space to run and carry and deliver. Shepherd takes the mark. He's about 50 metres out. It'd have to be a good kick from here, and he hasn't had his kicking boots on so far today.
Jeez, he's going straight into it. Have a look at him.
Oh, right foot kick. Up with the breeze. Is it going to get there? No, it's just touched on the line. One behind. That's 4 behinds for Pete Shepherd.
I think he was hoping to get there before Kogan and Kogan got back, and in the end it was touched on that goal line. But just on Epping, they're only just hanging in, but on the scoreboard they're right in the game. It's only an 11-point game, but you just feel that a couple of times the Borough have broken and looked like scoring, and just that last kick's been a turnover. And as it stands now, it's the Borough 3-10-28 to Epping's 2-5-17. The ball to be brought back into play now. Long kick looking for Robertson at the back. In the end, Dornoff just took the mark. He actually never jumped. He stayed on the ground. The ball just carried that extra 5 metres. He chips inside now, looking for and finding a teammate. Taking the mark there inside the forward 50. Might be, is it Turnbull who's taking the mark? It is Turnbull. He's going to be deep in the pocket. It's going to be a hard one to kick. He must aim for really probably outside of the left goalpost from where he currently stands, and hope that the wind can bring it back. He's got a teammate there waiting for a handball there, Tilly. He's not going to give it off now. He's going to back his own judgment here. Is Kyle Turnbull. Kick in hope. It just hung up probably bits near side, wasn't it? Hope for the breeze, but never really allowed enough left in the kick to allow it to bend back and to minus score. It's Greensborough 3 goals 10-28. Epping 2-6-18. It has been an inaccurate day as the Borough quickly work it to Josh Grubb at half back, and he's awarded a free kick for arm chop.
So 19 minutes down in the second quarter. 11-point ball game. High ball from Grubb up to half forward. Good effort there by Brenton Keating at the back, and he recovers nicely off the ground level ball, and he's able to deliver to half forward. But nice work by Dane Robinson off the back of that marking contest. He's able to get the ball to Steed. He's now got it on the right wing. Not too many numbers through the middle of the ground, but he does have at least one, and that is Griffiths. And he handballs back to Steed, who's been a great contributor and a good user of the footy all day. Gets it into the middle, finds Jordan, just defensive side of centre, and he moves it into Conti. Conti's got a bit of space to move, and he goes to the right foot kick deep, long into the forward line, going up for the mark, almost one to Grubb. Nice work there by Dornoff. He goes to the right foot kick, and he's able to get it out to the back flank. Going hard is Trav Keating, has to burn off 2 opponents there from Greensborough, and he slides the little ball in the middle. Oh, drop mark. Was no good there from Henwood. Gives it Greensborough a chance to recover, and right at the bottom of that pack was Reece Lambert, the man who got injured in the first quarter, back on. Good to see.
Like Conti's work there, just marked, quickly turned and got it into the hot spot, didn't he? And in the end, Grubb probably should have taken the mark after getting 2 hands on it, but it was quick thinking by Conti to give the forwards every opportunity to play one-on-one against their man, as this ball was going to be balled up again. You would have thought a lot of numbers around it. Ran the grounds, Panton Hill 4-10-34, Reservoirs 2-5-17. Thomastown leads Heidelberg West 38-28, and Parkside 32, clawing their way back against St Mary's 40.
LaRossi doing some really damaging work out of the middle of the ground there, but that kick is no good. It's going to be marked there by, I think it was Drew Wilson. He peels off the back, goes with a long right foot kick, but a great mark there by Dornoff. He's taken a couple in the last couple of minutes, and he's able to release a teammate in Trav Keating. Got a little bit of space to move, has to use it now. Right foot kick up to between wing and half forward, and it wasn't his best.
It back to him.
Straight to Johnston, and Johnston gives it off to Hyde. Hyde with with a bit of space to run. Right foot kick to a big pack. Cruiser was involved in that.
Bonjetti
the whistle has gone to Bonjetti. He's going to get it. He's about 60 metres out, long way from home, but he's got Matty Tarr and Reece Boyden deep. He decides to go for a shorter option than that, and he finds Conti. He's going to have to be very smart here. A couple of players in pursuit of him. And McQuilkin, clever precision delivery. Finds Tarr on his own in the pocket. That's just experience.
You've got to say the game's being played between half-back and half-back. They've finally penetrated an inside 50, centering ball there by Tarr. It just held up in the wind, and it just favoured Bonjetti, who was in the right place at the right time. The three Epping defenders were all goal side, and the ball stayed on the outside, and Bonjetti was a strong grab, isn't he? And he's always going to be favoured once the ball just fell his way. Long arms outstretched, and he takes the mark overhead. A chance to go back and kick his third. There's only been 5 goals kicked today, so this would make it a 6, and Bonjetti would have half of those goals if he could put this one through. From 25 directly in front, Bonjetti goes bang!
Oh, you could nearly hear that come on from here. He was calling for his teammates to get to him, but they all seemed to be pretty keen to get back to their positions. Greensborough now are 4-10-34. They've got a 16-point lead over Epping. They are 2-6-18. We've been going 22 minutes here in this second quarter. It is blowing a gale to the eastern end of this ground, and once again we see the team with the wind not making the most of their opportunities with it.
Do you see the importance of Bonjetti? He came back last week, kicked 4 goals in that win. Today he's already kicked 3 of his side's 4 goals in a low-scoring affair. If they can sneak into the finals, he could be one of the players of the final series. Has such an impact, and they've missed him dearly, haven't they?
Oh, he's such a dominating presence in that forward half. He kicked the ball high to him, and he's one of the very few players that you'd back 8 times out of 10 to take the mark against 2 or 3 defenders. He's a sensational player, great to watch. And Sean Bolger and Daniel Moore would be Epping would be well served having both of those fellas out there helping out in the back line against Timmy Bonjetti, because as I just mentioned, he's a very dangerous prospect to contend with if you're an opposition player. Now back in the middle, Conlon Gunn and Josh Totino going hard at it. Those 2 balls just bashing heads, and we're going to have yet another bounce right in the middle of the ground. The umpire takes the ball now and he throws it up, and the 2 rucks to go at it once again. Cruiser wins that one down only as far as Grubb, who had a couple of grabs at it, and he gave a little handball out only as far as Judd. Judd slides one into Shepherd. He's going to have to get it on the bounce. He turns around straight away, tries to dribble one towards the goal. Oh, he's just missed there, Pete Shepherd. That's his 5th behind for the first half.
Well, the idea was right, but I think it was that Matty Hyde on the last line was running back, knowing what Shepherd was doing. So if it had been straight, he would have been there to flick it through for a minor score and punch it through. But Shepherd, has quite a kicking boots on today, but hasn't made the most of his chances. He kicked 5 of Epping's 7 behinds. They're 2-7-19. Greensborough's 4-10-34 as the kick out goes more direct than wide, and it's a good spot up with Robertson Mark straight away. Gave a handball off, and they're moving now through the wing. It's a good kick into space for a leading player in Rintoul, who lost his footing there, and his foot's collided with the fence there himself. So they've had a bit of issue running into those poles on the outside, and I reckon there was a direct ankle on the fence there. So Rintoul might be in a little bit of strife there, unfortunately.
In the wars a bit, the Greensborough boys. We've seen on a couple of occasions, as you just mentioned, Sam's crashing into the poles. And Boyden going up, 3rd man up in the ruck on that occasion. Fowler gave a handball to McQuilkin. McQuilkin with a left foot kick. Plenty of space, and a mark taken there. Nice work. That is Steve drifting into space. He takes a beautiful mark there deep in the left forward pocket, and he can go back for what will be his 2nd goal of the day. He was their best player on the ground the first quarter, and the second quarter he gets his first opportunity for a score.
Well, just looking at Rintoul, he still hasn't been able to get to his feet, only just doing so now, so the interchange will be made there. Hopefully he's okay. He seems to be a bit proppy, but he's at least on his feet. He puts this through, it'll be their 5th goal, and still only got the 2 goal kickers. Bonjetti's got 3, Stead has 1, this to make it 2, hangs it up, it's coming back, loves it, he likes it, and he's got reason to like it. It's a goal for Crispin Stead. He's kicked 2, and the Borough are starting to break away here against a very strong breeze. In fact, they're 5 goals, 10-40. Epping 2-7-19, and boys, just of late they're starting to make the most of their chances. 3 goals in a row, and look like taking a handy lead into half time.
Most definitely. Instead, he's been one of the big reasons for that. I think McQuilkin, Stead and Bonjetti, all 3 of them have been absolutely outstanding through both these first 2 quarters, and probably the difference between the 2 sides, those 3 players.
So Kogan there dishes off to the keg on legs in Gunn. Bit of an up and under, well marked there by Staveley. He's got it on the wing, turns, kicks direct there. Whistle's gone, and Bit of a contentious kick there. It is going to Patrick Gardner. Last time he had the ball in his hands, he put it through the big ones. Taking a few steps back, runs in, kicks way out left. It's not going to drag back enough. Where's Shepherd? Oh, nearly a big mark there from Hyde. Mopping up there was Jack Johnston for Greensborough. He's little chip kick over the top has found a teammate who I just can't see. Tommy, you might have a better idea, but they're looking for the big man in Bongo. What a mark. He is just on fire today. Little give off to Jordan. That might go out of bounds here, right in front of the commentary position. We're about 26 minutes gone. Greensborough kicked out to a 21-point lead.
The vice grip that Bongetti has is scary. It is scary. Incredible stuff there. He's probably clunked 5 or 6 already here in this first half.
He was in no position to mark that. He couldn't get a leap at the ball, just put the hands up and they just stuck in there. You mentioned the wheel grip before for LaRossi. I think it also a bit on Bongetti's hands. That was a fine mark as the umpire throws it in. Bongetti won that tap over Cruiser, but LaRossi sharks. That's a great tackle there, made by Conlon Gunn, and it is rewarded more so for incorrect disposal than for prior opportunity. And Conlon Gunn has the ball. They're voting to kick a goal. They've got the cheer squad in front of us here, but he's too far out to score. Centering ball. Bongetti has to sit. His teammate got up in front of him there in the end. Stead at ground level. Gave a handball on the outside to Conti. Chance out for McCook and just didn't sit for him, did he? He did roll to make a tackle as they get a bit of advice to kick it. I think the handball was on, but it just was to his ankles. It had to be up at the chest of McCook, and it gave him no opportunity as the ball up now 50 out from goal.
And Dornoff went third man up, only as far as Bongetti gets a handball to McCrook and out wide. Here's Stead with room to move. Left foot dribbler, he didn't get a whole lot.
Oh, no!
Off the ground! Off the ground! Very clever offensive running. Very clever work there by Matty Tarr. Off the ground, just saw the ball dribbling out the back and he was able to put that one through for his first goal of the day. A much needed goal on the siren here at half time. And he becomes the third goal scorer for Greensborough.
Mario Bandiera will be filthy with that because that was two Epping players who just didn't control the ball that was bobbling around and they let it flick at the back and Tarr was just on the goal line. They just bobbed up to him. He just socketed it through right on the siren and disappointing because it was one late they could not afford to give away, and at half time the Borough now are in full control of this game here. They kick the last 4 and they lead by 27 points. Greensborough 6-10-46. Epping's 2-7-19. Goal kickers for the Borough, 3 goals to Tim Bongetti, 2 to Tristan Stead and 1 to Matthew Tarr, and for Epping just 2 goal kickers, 1 in each quarter. Shane Wood got there first, Patrick Gardner the second, but they do trail here 46-19 around the grounds. And starting in Division 3 where Panton Hill is 5 goals 10-40 to Reservoir 4-7-31. Thomastown, as the Borough players come off to good applause from their supporters. Thomastown 6-3-39 to Heidelberg West 5-4-34. All square at Pitzer Park, Parkside 6-4-40, St Mary's 6-4-40. Into Division 2 where it's Diamond Creek 7-7-49, and they're still in front of